Okay, hey YouTube. So today finally we get to come out on the V4 Panigale S. So it's the S model with the full Öhlins Type 2, I think it is, electronic suspension front and rear. It's got Marchesini front and rear forged wheels. It has an up and down blipper. Not too keen on this tail tidy. That'd have to come off. So yeah, full Öhlins electronic suspension in the rear and also the front. So I've just picked this bike up from DMC Ducati in Preston, and they've kindly let me take it out for a run. It's got the new Brembo calipers on it, the ones that have replaced the M50, meant to be the best on the market. So let's start her up and we'll have a look at her. So it's got the new dashboard. Not sure if I like it or not, but anyway, let's see how she sounds. Very nice. It's got different modes on the screen: race, sport, street. We'll keep it in sport for now, and let's take this baby for a ride. Certainly sounds nice, and that's on the stock exhaust. So it's not the full Akrapovic system. But it does sound like a V-twin, just with the firing order, but it is a V4 engine. So let's take it for a spin, see what she sounds like and goes like. So as I say, it's got an up and down blipper. So I'm going to do a little run today in a circle just to test this bike out. The up and down blipper, quick shifter, is really nice. And yeah, I've been looking forward to taking this one out. Seating position is really comfy compared to the 959 which I took out the other day. That felt very high, like a supermoto, and all my weight was on the bars, whereas this is more like the other 1000cc superbikes. The suspension is really plush with being electronic and Öhlins. I'm used to that on the MT10 SP. So yeah, let's see what she's like. Now I believe it's got the counter-rotating crank. On this bike, and this is currently the fastest production sport bike. It produces about 225 brake horsepower, so I'm told. That's at the crank, not at the rear wheel. I believe it's around 189, 190 at the rear wheel, whereas the rest of your litre sport bikes are producing about 160, 165 at the rear wheel. As ever with a V4, it's really smooth. It's not like the old V-twin Ducatis that were very lumpy. The engine on this is superb. And she goes like a steam train. Absolutely silky smooth downshifter. Beautiful. sounds gorgeous, goes gorgeous, and is gorgeous because it's a Ducati. Oh my god. You've got to feather the clutch a little bit to get the clutch to go out. Oh, does she want a wheelie? Absolutely the quickest bike I've ever ridden. The torque on this thing, just from low down in any gear, is phenomenal. Just pootling along in 6th gear. And the down blipper, oh my god, you can just slam it down the gears, close the throttle and slam it down, and she goes. Wow. Lose your license quickly on this. Woof! What a buzz. So yeah, I mentioned about the Öhlins active suspension, and compared to traditional suspension, whether it be the latest, having ridden the MT10 SP with electronic Öhlins that was off the R1M Yamaha for a year now, it's just beautiful. It's just so plush but firm. And again, this is really firm but plush. It just takes away all these little niggles in the road. Wow. That's all you can say is wow every time you open her up. What a fun bike. And this is in sport mode, this is not race mode. So I don't know about the power, but I don't even dare want to put it in race mode. It's more than enough. More than you ever need for the road anyway. Oh, super. Absolutely beautiful. Ducati, I would have to say this is probably your finest creation. One thing I will say about the mirrors, they're really vibey. But to be honest, any sport bike mirrors are a waste of space anyway. Speed cameras. So I'm doing 30 mile an hour here. Into 3rd, into 4th, into 5th, into 6th. Just a really, really nice engine. Beautiful gearbox. So what have we got on? ABS 2, DESD, whatever that is. This thing comes with a whole host of electronic gizmos other than just the electronic suspension. Don't see a fuel gauge though. See a temperature gauge. You'd have thought with all of the nice little dashboard setup they've got there, they'd have put a fuel gauge on it. move to the front of this queue. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. What more do I say about this bike, other than how good looking the thing is? And I'm happy to say that they kept the Panigale look to it. Everyone was wondering, you know, is it going to look like a Panigale? Well, it is called a Panigale, so it is the new generation Panigale, but with the new V4 engine in. Brakes are awesome, even at low speed. Back brake doesn't feel wooden like the 959 did. Oh. Would you believe it redlines at 14,500 RPM? That is insane. Ridiculous power. So again, I'm getting a little bit of wrist ache, and I think it's just me. My last sport bike was a ZX-10R, and the seating position's a little bit more upright on that, a little bit more comfy, not as much weight on the wrists, but it serves me right for riding an upright bike since then. And they did tell me that they've disabled the flapper valve, so that's why there's a little bit more noise than normal. Insane power. Even though it's lovely, it's 24,000 or just over pounds, and what would you use it for? You wouldn't take it on track in case you dropped it. Your wrists ache after about half an hour, so for me it would just be a quick blast bike, which at £24,500 you're going to have some serious cash to have something sat in the garage just for the odd blast out. It is a work of art, a masterpiece by Ducati, with the best of the best on it, including that new engine, the V4 that they've done. Just the torque figures and the horsepower that this thing puts out is crazy, mental. I think the wobbly mirrors that you cannot see anything out of because they're vibrating so much would wind me up. But having said that, the negatives are only the mirrors. I'm not even getting a hot bum from the exhaust system like you used to do on the V-twins. So that's gone. There's no clunk between gears at all. It's just, it reminds me of the ZX-10R gearbox, which is what I thought was the best out of the sport bikes on the road today. It was just so smooth on the ZX-10R. They've nailed it on here. Absolutely nailed it. Throttle response, by the way, is super smooth. Not going to go into the dash and all of the settings that you can do on the suspension and all of the wheelie control and things like that, because normally it's like the 959 I tested the other day. I put it in race just to give it full power because I felt it was a little underpowered. Maybe that's just what I'm used to coming off the MT10 that's full of torque, but so I'm not going to adjust anything. People have divided opinions on the new dash, looking like analog but being digital in comparison to the other dashes. Not talking about the new GSXR because that looks a little bit hideous, but things like the Pirelli RSV4 dash is colour TFT. It's really nice, and also from the R1M, I think they're a better dash. The plus points for me is this engine, this suspension, and the noise is incredible. The flash factor is incredible too. It gets people's attention. It sounds exactly like a V-twin, but it's a V4. Hats off to Ducati for doing that. Beautiful sound. Just going to pull in here, just get another look at it because it's gorgeous in the flesh. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely, lovely machine. So, I don't know if you're getting the beauty of this bike in full with this lens that I have on the drift, because it's a 360 or a 180 view on it. But the front end, I don't know if you can see the lights there as well. Just look at it, gorgeous. It's running Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa tyres, those Brembo brakes, Marchesini forged wheels, beautiful, gorgeous. I think if it was mine, I'd change the alley sub here and put a carbon cover on it. You can get a Ducati clear cover for the clutch cover there on the outside of it. Now I noticed they've put on this bike some clear plastic film to stop the stone chips, but also I do notice, and if you can see down here, they've also put the plastic film on, obviously, because your foot rubs against the bodywork, and you can see there it's marked it. Like I say, heat, you don't really feel it like the other. Oh, look at those sticky tyres, gorgeous, single-sided swing arm. This one's got the standard exhaust, don't know if you can see that. It looks nicer with the Akrapovic on, but the sound of this thing, that would have to come off, because that would just rattle around on the back there, but because of European EU laws, that has to stick out further than the rear tyre. So if you can imagine that back end, but without this bloody horrible thing on, would look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Full Öhlins electronic on the back. It's a beast. But would I pay 24 grand for one? Probably not. Probably not. Unless I was absolutely minted. And then yes, you would have one. So let's have a quick look at the dash. No. So I don't know if you can see the dash there. Let's go into it. So sport, race, DTC, no one. Oh, that's traction control, ABS, wheelie control, slide control, engine braking. All these parameters are different. Street mode. And of course you can go into the suspension, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, phenomenal. Make sure it's in neutral. Beauty. So weather-wise, we've got it right today. Dry roads. However, there is a big storm coming in from the US this evening, so I better get this baby back and thank them for their time. For letting me take this beauty out. So this is the demonstrator that they have at DMC in Preston. It's done about 2,700 miles now, so plenty run in. Just the difference with the electronic suspension. If you've never tried a bike without or with electronic suspension, come and test ride one and you'll be amazed on a firm feeling sport bike on the road how plush it is over the bumps. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Hope you've enjoyed the little look at the V4 Panigale from Ducati. Like I say, thanks to the guys and Russ at DMC for letting me take it out. Top bunch of blokes down there, so if you're in the Lancashire area and you want to have a go on a Ducati or test ride one, and head down there, I'm sure they can help out. So if you like the video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and don't speed. Okay, so catch you on another video. Just to let you know, I'm trying to take out a Kawasaki SX, the supercharged version from Preston Kawasaki, so I'll be in touch with them, and hopefully we can take that bike out, because I'm interested in a test ride on it. So catch you next time.